This is the third episode of Theorixite Season 3, where I will be going on a crazy, dangerous mining expedition, building an underwater tunnel, and cleaning up my starter house. Mummy S79 lent me a Fortune 2 pickaxe, which increased my diamond yields, so I went mining under my base in a cave that I have already ventured into, but I decided to leave before mining up the diamonds because I wanted to get Fortune first, and then I mined them, and sometimes I got pretty close to dying, I believe. The Fortune gave me an extra 13 diamonds. I mined 19 ore and got 32 diamonds. I got 1.7 diamonds per each ore I mined on average. Just under 1.7. Then I went over to Jimworld98's base to plan out an underwater tunnel. But since I lit up my base like a normal person would do, all the zombies decided to spawn on Jim's island. So I went to sleep, but the tunnel will go from this part of my base to this part of Jim's. I started with some glass and made a simple tube. Then I decorated it with some wood to break up the strong grit texture from the glass. My only regret is that I didn't use stained glass, but I think it looks okay regardless. My inventory is a mess, but I do have something to show you. As you can see outside, I have cleaned up that little dot gap there that was really bugging me for a while, and I think it looks a lot better now. It's starting to really take shape. It really polishes up the build. It just takes it to the next level. I also made walls a little bit of the texture so they're not just plain cobblestone, which really improves it in my opinion. It just makes it look professional and not super bad. So the floor also has the same texture with the andesite and the gravel. Out here I have made some really interesting improvements. I made this staircase, which looks pretty cool. I made a bit of a cave, which looks really nice. It leads right into the kind of tunnel that goes under the water between me and Jimworld's islands. And up here, as you can see, is Jimworld's island, basically, which is very dangerous, by the way. Very dangerous. Let me get my potatoes. Okay, there's a creeper. Jim needs to light up his place. I think that looks good. So another thing is, this could be like an underwater aquarium. Maybe we should kind of try to do a lot of, maybe we can get coral and then put like all sorts of interesting things in this area. I think that will look good. But as you can see, our island right here, it was floating to begin with, and I wanted to kind of connect it to the ground a little bit better. And so I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna do a time lapse of that. So I started off with some cobblestone to improve the shape of my island. I started off at the top, and then I went down to the bottom. I wanted the ends to be wider than the middle. As you can see, I had to go up for air a lot, so I decided I wanted to try using some gravel, but the gravel did not work as well as I planned. I tried to make it so I could place it up at the top and it will make it a little bit easier to build, but it didn't work very well at all. So I went back to using cobblestone, and I basically just made it a little bit wider until I thought I was happy with the overall shape. I tried to kind of go back. The kind of island is kind of connected to the ground a little bit better. It's not really that big of a deal. I think it looks good though. The cobblestone texture does not look that bad because it's underwater. And I think it's a pretty good build. Since you've made it to the end of this video, it means one of two things. Either you skip to the end or you actually enjoy my content. I don't know. Goodbye. Hopefully it will be less than 10 days until my next video.